Now tuned in to the actual Factualz. God damn it, I said it's the actual Factualz. And welcome back to the actual Factualz, episode 7. Guys, it's lit. I got my skies with me. Our first segment is called A Few with Rod and Shoe. And I got my guys. Let me go ahead and introduce them to you for you real quick. First on my left, I got my man, Shamari K. Watts, a.k.a. Birdo. But I'm going to let him tell you all about himself. We went to Rhode Island together. We played a little D1 football on the D-line with me. That's my guy. But go ahead, bro. Tell me a little something about yourself.
Shoe Spurto. I'm on Mount Rushmore. We live. Let's get it.
It's a fact. My man is an official founding member of the Skang Schlango.
Founding father.
He's a founding father of the Skang Schlango. Please make that notice. Show respect to my guy. Nonetheless, not on my right, okay, my other right, I got my Sky. You guys may already know him. You guys already know him if you guys been paying attention to all this great content and all this great stuff that we mapped out for you guys. Comes from this man himself. You guys will finally get to see the face behind the schmagic. It's my man Rodney Chance. He's also a founding father of the Skang Schlango. He was there. Okay? So also, he played cornerback with me also at the University of Rhode Island. 5 years, he's from Mass. Let my guy introduce himself. Go ahead, talk to him, bro.
What up? This is Rod. Call me Shrod, a.k.a. Silent Assassin. Just saying what up to y'all.
The silent assassin, you heard me? The silent assassin, you heard me? So we gonna jump right into it, bro. We talking Eagles, Patriots. Guys, if you ain't peeped, they clearly got their team stuff already on. I swear I ain't even tell them to do that. But of course, Shu had his Eagles gear, and Mr. Rodney over here is rocking his Patriots. I can't stand the Patriots, but nonetheless, I can't stand the Eagles either. So I'm actually not picking sides here. So we're gonna get right into it. So I gotta say, I'm gonna go ahead and ask you first, Rod. Okay, what are the Patriots' keys to victory?
It's quite simple, just like we do all the time, every game. Nice and simple. Follow the game plan. Just win. Do your job. All 11 people.
Do your goddamn job, damn it.
Just get pressure on the quarterback. Don't let him be comfortable in the pocket. And know your keys. Play simple, man. Line up on defense. Do your job. Nice and simple. Win all 3 phases of the game: offense, defense, special teams.
So you saying it sounds like a regular day for the Patriots? I ain't even gonna front.
No, I'm not gonna disrespect. You know, I'm not gonna disrespect. They got the Super Bowl just like we did. They had to do something that was special to get there. But it's just another game for us.
Okay, say that.
And what do you think is the keys to victory for the Eagles?
So, you know, when I look at, you know, the Eagles and the Patriots, you know, we obviously know that we're going up against the best. We're going up against the GOAT. Everything flows through Tom. You know, that's the engine. We know exactly where the heart of the team is. You know, and for us, we know that, in my opinion, and I think that most people who know the game would agree, our clear advantage is up front on both sides of the ball. To me, we have the best offensive line in the game, and we have the best defensive line in the game. What makes you think that? What makes me think that?
TTM.
When I look at NFL.com's Pro Football Focus grades, right? You look at, they grade every single play. They grade plays that are either going away from it, going to the blocks, going away. These are the grades that we would get when we're sitting in the film and with our position coaches getting broken down. So this is the real thing.
Okay.
So when I look at it, that's something that I can use and I can leverage as a credible source to, you know, how good is this player? You know, yeah, I see on film that he shows flashes, but you know, what's he doing when the ball's going away from him? If he start blocking like he should be.
Okay.
You know,
okay.
You just letting the quarterback end up making that touchdown saving tackle, you know, 5 yards outside.
Okay.
Who knows?
Okay.
So to me, when I look at a clear advantage, I say that we have to kick ass up front, man. You know what I mean? So, you look at, you know, the Super Bowl last year. And you look at how dominant that Falcons team was for half of football. Some people can even say 3/4 of football. You know, I think the ultimate, everyone knows that everything came down to the fact that, you know, the Falcons can only rush for 4. They ran 106 plays in that Super Bowl. You know, we know we've been on the field for 80 plus snaps. Like it's hell. The game becomes hell at that point. The advantage that we had, that Bill Belichick already, you know, noted himself, is that we have 8 or 9 that can rush, that can get after. There is no layover from our first line to our second line. And I think when you look at all the great quarterbacks in the game, they can handle the blitz perfectly. And you look at Tom the same way, right? You see, boom, he's coming. He's coming.
Scott your dumb ass.
Just so you know, boom, that people are running wide open. We have to be able to get to him with 4 so that we can drop back with 7, and then then we can play our game.
I do have one more question for you. Do you think Gronk is going to be the X factor in the game? I mean, and who do you see the Eagles have defending him?
That's a good question. I think I think that Gronk is another arguable greatest of all time. I think that when you look at Brady, he's kind of connected to Brady to me. I think that Gronk is one of those players that he's going to get hits. For me, when Gronk goes against a bad game, it's either because the team wants to put all their focus on a Gronk and they literally take three, 4 players to take him out of the game, but then Brady beats you with somebody else. I kind of see us defending this similar to how Jacksonville did it last week. Have maybe a linebacker playing underneath, a safety over the top. I think there will be times where, just like every game where, somebody's got to play man coverage on them. I would think that it will be Malcolm Jenkins. I think that there's going to be times out there where, maybe we do try to make some type of personnel switches where there is a bigger corner or something on it. But I think for the most part, linebackers and safeties have to play the guy. He's phenomenal. He's going to do his thing regardless.
So he eats regardless. I agree with that. That's no-brainer. It's Gronk. So Ron, I got to ask you, who is your X factor for the Patriots? Who you think is going to be the key to this game?
The biggest key to this game, to me personally, is being a DB myself. Back at Rody, I feel as though having Eric Rowe covering the slot, that he has to step up. He's a former Eagle, all that jazz. He didn't perform well, but now he's with the Patriots. He has no excuse. They got Nelson Aguilar in the slot, who's been killing all year.
Hey, Shu, I was wrong, Shu. I was wrong, but go ahead, Rod.
Yeah, we all, but
some things are never left unsaid, but
we used to call him, what was his name? Alligator arms, because he couldn't catch a damn fluke. But anyways, Eric Rose covered him. If that's what Bill decides to do, because Eric Rose been doing the slot, then he needs to step up. Personally, I think that we should put Malcolm in the slot so that he can cover him and put Eric Rowe on a bigger body such as Alshon. But nonetheless, to answer your question, Eric Rowe is going to be the biggest X factor, especially on defense. If we're going to control this Philadelphia Eagles offense.
What you just said sounds like something Bill will do. You know what I mean? Make that inverted switch. He makes little adjustments like that, so it's possible.
Rodney, I have a question for you. Do you think that your front seven can sustain Jay Ajayi and LeGarrette Blount? I mean, LeGarrette Blount, I think he holds the league record for the most playoff touchdowns. And Jay Ajayi, I mean, they call him J-Train, so that's pretty obvious. Do you think your front seven can withstand that for 4 quarters?
The biggest advantage that we have is we have great coaches. They make the adjustments. If they happen to be gashing us with 10 right away, all right, what's up? Oops, somebody else in. Make the adjustment to slow that down. Something that's been great for us was the first playoff game that we had was against the Titans this year. They had a big body, Derrick Henry, physical, running up the gut. We were able to neutralize it. That's all we have to do. We don't have to stop them completely, but when it comes down to the 3rd and shorts, if they go for it on 4th and short, we got to slow it down. We played in the last game, played a great young running back, Leonard Fournette. They had multiple bodies that they were throwing at us. Chris Ivory, Yeldon, another dude off the backfield, Grant. I think that our front seven, in terms of getting pressure, we're fine with that. But slowing the run game is going to be huge. It's been a little bit of a struggle the past few games, but as long as we neutralize what they do and don't allow them to get into those goal line opportunities, or at least slow them down so that they can't score in the end zone, we'll be good.
So hold on, I got to interject real quick. So the first thing is, I mean, when I look at their defense, I agree with Rodney 100%. I think that, they struggled those first 4 or 5 weeks for a reason because, new players, they had to learn the system, whatever it might be. They got coached up, and now, they're honestly, to me, somewhat of overachievers when you look at them as a bunch, right? I think they have some good individual players. Obviously, McCourty's a perennial Pro Bowler. Malcolm Butler has proved to be a good corner in this league for, 2-3 years now. They brought over Gilmore, so obviously, I never really questioned Bill. Obviously, he makes probably one of the biggest plays in that game last week to save the play for him. But, the thing that scares me the most, honestly, is just Tom. Like, I'm not really. I think that we have an overall better team than they do. I think that when you look at our team is better. I think that obviously they have a great individual player that elevates everybody's game to a whole nother level. But I think that we really do match up well because of the fact that, maybe they do stop the run. Nick Foles already showed you what he can do if you want to stack the box to focus on the run. I mean, to me, the secondary that we faced last week is a lot better than the secondary that we're facing this week. So I definitely have the coach. Exactly. I definitely think it comes down to coaching. And, but to be honest, I think that the way that the teams are matched up, I think that when you look at it, if we bring our A game and they bring their A game, I think that we win because we have a better team. There's nobody on our team who has to do too much. Nick doesn't have to do too much. Jay doesn't have to do too much. He's honestly a part of a stable. Yeah, he's the workhorse. But, I look at LeGarrette Blount more as the closer, and I think that Corey Clement's going to be that sleeper that's going to pick up, 2, 3, 4, big third down scores that might keep the chains moving.
That's a big down. That's a big down. So shoot.
Yeah, exactly. That's a huge down. I mean, but in terms of them as rushing forward, I mean, I think that when you look at it, you look at Big B, you look at Vitae over there on the left side, and obviously he's the weak link. You go from the right to the left, there's nothing but Pro Bowlers and all pros. Obviously, we have another all-pro, perennial Pro Bowler, future Hall of Famer, Jason Peters, who's rehabbing to get back next week. But I think that he's on ice. He ain't gonna be there. I think that when you look at everything,
you want Peters to play, bro, missing all this time.
I do, man. I think that Peters, and y'all know this too. Sometimes it's more than football that people bring to a locker room, and I think that Peters showed this year that he was having one of the best years he's ever had at 35, 36 years old. And I think that athletically, as long as he can continue to do what he can do, I think that he should continue to play because he is a big leader in that locker room. And he is a dude who's going to have a gold jacket one day. So, to me, those guys, even when they decline, they just, kind of get to the point where the playing field is that much more even with everybody else that they're playing against.
Do you think that the referees are going to play in the favor of the Patriots? Because, every year it's always something. Look at Jacksonville. You know what I'm saying? Last week, the refs, they were in their pocket. So what do you think?
You know what, man? I think that you would hope to be in a position where even if anything came down to certain calls, don't make calls as controversial as they could be, I guess, right? So, if you're in a position where, you're down 3 and Tom Brady's driving down the field on you and everybody's getting that feeling like, he's about to score, he's about to get in the end zone, and then they get this whole controversial, pass interference, and now they, on a 5-yard line, whatever it might be. I mean, if that happens when you're up 30, who really cares, right? So I think that when you really look at it, we don't really know, you know what I mean? Nobody really knows unless, you have some type of insight into what might be going on. But I think that we can all see that we're tired of, you know what I mean, that it always being something with them and the refs, and whether it's shaking hands or what is a catch or, whatever it might be. But that's every team, though, man.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
That is false.
No, it's not. That is an absolute. That's false.
So you telling me that other teams do not get calls?
Not like the
Patriots do.
The Patriots could be down 3 possessions and find a way to win because the refs. All right, so let me ask you this one question. Why at the end of the game did the ref run to Tom Brady and congratulate him?
Hey man, at the end of the day, he's doing his job, but he's almost banned. He should go. He did his job. He did his job. Like receiver, like strikes, like you just said. The game's over. He finished his job, which was to referee the game.
I hear you, Rob. I hear you.
The game's over. It wasn't, hey,
I'll tell you this, give me that call. Hey, but I'm going to tell you this. If it wasn't always something, nobody would ever be speaking to nothing, right? If this happened and it was the Panthers, and it was that came up, nobody would ever say nothing because throughout the years for the past decade and a half, there has always been something.
But we've been winning. That's the reason why people are trying to
right, and I agree with that too. You are more under a microscope when you win it, but it's like why is it always something? Why is it always something? It's almost like they have two of the best in their organization. Like why is there always something tight? You know what I mean? It just looks fun.
It does.
Absolutely.
I agree. And we talking about possibly he just won his 8th AFC championship. Guys, Tom Brady just won his 8th AFC championship game.
Unbelievable.
That is unheard of, guys. That means he's been to 8. He's going to 8 Super Bowls. 8, guys. He's going to 8. We talking about Super Bowls. The most physical game on this planet. He's been to 8 of them. That's unheard of. Like it's long, and then he's doing it at 40. Like what? Like it's just unheard of. So
and you know what? And I'm gonna give you you some insight being an Eagle fan living in Beantown. Here we go right here.
Living in Beantown.
Bro, the Super Bowl to them is just like, we're back. Like
That's a fact.
They don't understand the significance of getting here, and I'm not speaking for everybody. I'm speaking for the general fan base. For getting here, for the fact that I just think that they've been so spoiled, bro. And when you scratch and claw for one like everybody else in the league has had to do, and you're on that other side and you're living amongst like the quote unquote enemy for the week or whatever it might be, it's just you really see that, bro. Literally, they carry on like it's a normal day to day. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable, but I think that's why something's got to be done. Somebody got to do it. It just don't feel right. Like it's just like, you know what I mean? Everybody's like, yeah, another Super Bowl. Let's go.
Act like you've been there before.
Yo, I know y'all. That's what I'm saying.
It's not that they taking it for granted. They're grateful that we got there. Like everyone made it.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this, Moody. We all human, bro. If you get an Xbox every year for Christmas, buy that 8th Xbox, bro. Gee. You know the Xbox is coming. It's crazy.
Rod, I got a question for you. I have two questions for you. One, you guys haven't faced a team this year that put up, the amount of points that the Eagles does. So what do you think your answer is for that? Well, the Patriots answer for that.
Keep it simple. I mean, we got to get pressure on Nick Foles. Do not let him be.
I'm sleep, Shu. Sorry.
You know what I mean? Like, Nick Foles. What you say?
Sleep.
You sleep on Nick?
Foles. Sleep.
I'll tell you this. You sleep on Nick?
Go ahead, Rod. No.
How you gonna cut the man?
How you gonna cut the man off? Go ahead, Rod.
Okay, so listen, hold on, Lou. You sleep on Nick. Nick has done nothing but break records since everybody's been sleep on, right? Nick is one of the best postseason quarterbacks in NFL history. You probably don't know that.
That's because he only plays the postseason.
Hey, he shows up though. I'll take that only postseason play 100+ quarterback. Y'all saw what happened last week. That wasn't a fluke.
Yo, you got Moody over here falling asleep on you, bro. What's up?
Listen. I'm gonna let him fall asleep. I'm gonna wake him up on Wednesday when we at the parade. You heard
So what do you think? What do you think is your biggest weapon? What's your biggest weapon?
On what?
On the Eagles. On offense. What's your biggest weapon?
I think that's the greatest part about this Eagle team, right? When I speak.
Ertz.
That was my next question for you, Rodney.
Ertz.
He went 8 for 93 last week.
Listen. When I speak about us being a complete team, we had 3 receivers over 750 yards and 8 touchdowns in the regular season. So like everybody is eating.
Playing in that trash NFC division. Trash. Cowboys.
Trash.
Cowboys.
They got some nerve. They got some nerve to talk about trash divisions. They've been playing division for 2 decades and had 45 quarterbacks, bro. These are sorry teams. These are teams that are in the bottom half of the league consistently every year. Jets, Dolphins, Bills. Come on, bro.
Boom.
I'm gonna tell you this, Lou. I think that if you want to look at any of the weapons that we have, I would say Ertz. I'll probably say Ertz before Alshon. Alshon has now solidified himself as a legitimate weapon in this offense. I think that our stable and running backs is honestly, like bar none. I really think that in terms of run game production, we're top 3 in the league in terms of all the teams. So I really think that our offense is balanced, and it's going to be interesting to honestly see what Bill takes away, because just like Rodney stated about the past 2 games that they had, he took away completely, like he always does. Everything that the other team really likes to do. And there's, when you look at us, like our offense is really, really balanced, especially now that, we don't have a quarterback where people don't think that we have a quarterback that can drop back 50 times and win the game.
But to answer what Av said about how he feels that we're going to slow down the Eagles, I think that what he's saying is he's keen, mentioning the key factors that make them, run and be successful. I think the biggest thing for us is that run pass option that y'all do. Sucks up the defense, they come up thinking it's a run, shoot it over the top. We got to neutralize that. I think that the biggest thing is not just stopping one individual person, not just stopping a Hurts, not just stopping Alshon, not just stopping Clements or Ajayi. There's nothing like that. We just need to really focus on what is the biggest thing that we need to take away, and that's what Bill does. He takes it away.
Tell them your IGs, even though I'm going to post it. Tell them your Instagrams, your social medias, whatever you want to.
IG shoe __50. Boo, thank you for having us on the show, man. Definitely gotta, definitely not gonna be unfamiliar faces. Go Birds. Let's get this one.
Yeah, all that bird talk. Get it out of here.
It's about to be bird shit all over Boston.
Chance. Keep following us. Appreciate having us on the show for today. Let's keep this thing moving, man.
We appreciate y'all for calling in.
That's a fact. Yo, fellas, I'm gonna call y'all back. So look, guys, we wrapping it up. It's the actual Factualz episode 7. Guys, I promise you, we only continuing to get better. Shout out to my guy Shu. Shout out to my guy Rod. Shout out to my man Rasan. We really appreciate you guys. It's the actual Factualz. We off this.
Peace, and shout out to my sis Rod too, camera lady, holding us down.
You already know. That's baby gal. That's baby girl. Y'all, I'm holla at y'all. One yourselves, and I'll holla at you.